rounds today, 9 rounds tomorrow. Let's go.
Oh, no more Kirokan.
No more. Now it's serious.
Now it's serious, yes.
And therefore, Joko Piano, 2 knights defense with knight f6. Usually everybody's playing bishop c5 automatically. Knight f6, invited knight g5. Nope, not interested. h2, h3. And here it comes. Are we ready for bishop g5 or are we going to go c3?
C3 on the board.
a5? No. Hard to guess the moves. This is the 72 alternative ways of play that Peter has told us about. a2, a4, a5. Once again, no bishop g5.
I'm pretty sure we've had this exact position in this tournament.
How sure? That level of certainty, you gotta tell it.
I would not make a bet.
Okay, is it time for... No, not looks okay. Still, I was about to say, is it time for bishop a2 and knight to c4 to try to win a tempo, push this dark square bishop?
d4.
Okay.
I'm expecting knight g6.
Defense pawn on e5. And weigh in on this one, Peter. These positions all have this familiar look and feel to them.
With the bishop on f1, white often weirdly actually simplifies by d5, g5 and pretends he has something with knight c4, bishop e3 and so on. With the bishop on a2 I'd be less happy about it because you do want to be absolutely sure nothing bad can happen to you on the king side, and having a bishop on f1 is very good for that. And generally black I think very often wants to break with d6, d5, which is another reason why d5 often happens as you see on your screen. Should be close to level, but knight on c4 is very beautiful, and as long as it's there, white can always pretend they have a little bit of something.
Before I got a chance to ask you the key question, should I offer a trade of knights? He did. He played knight takes e5, that the knight on g6 is a little bit...
He took with the knight on f3 just to keep that beautiful knight on c4.
Right. And
I guess just bishop e6, queen e7, I don't see this as being too much of an issue. Maybe even bishop e6, knight d7, not to allow white any access or to b6 square. Yeah.
Right. I'm dreaming. Rook d1, queen e7, queen to b1, bishop to c5.
Not to allow queen e7.
Now definitely rook d1 on white's agenda. Here I start to think, can I play b5? Can I play b5?
And also maybe knight d7 with a tempo and...
knight d7.
Knight h5, even better, going to f4.
You know, there are 2 players that I just loathe to call their games. Levon Aronian and Vasily Ivanchuk. Alireza's...
probably eventually have to play c3, c4. I put my king on f3.
I go g6.
And I'm asking you, how are you making a consequential pass?
You put your king on f3. I go g6 and f5, of course.
Of course you do, yeah. And then we get to this position where my king is on f3. My king is on f3, my bishop is on f2, for instance. And I'm trying to pretend you have no way in.
Okay.
I don't believe it particularly, but I'm trying to pretend, you know.
Well, as Magnus said, I don't believe in fortresses. But your bishop to f2 is a very good way of keeping my king out of what? Okay.
He wants to have bishop a3 check again, I guess, against king d6. I'm not entirely sure why this was required. I would have kept it on that diagonal.
I kind of thought so as well, but who knows? Bishop could come to b4.
But I want to draw your attention to where the bar is, by the way.
Where's the bar?
It's close to equal.
Basically equal.
Yeah.
Oh, that bar.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
Well, the other bar we'll see later tonight, but...
Okay, bishop to b6, and the engine believes like you, that's the fortress. Alireza, where's that king go?
We'll try everything possible.
Of course.
He has 2-minute time advantage still.
By the way, c6, c5. Like if I could play 2 moves in a row, king c7 and c5. Oops.
Game over.
Game over. But c5, bishop b6, and there's no way I can...
Or bishop b8.
Oh, pardon.
Yeah. No. But you can start with king c7 instead. Then I...
c5, he's going for this piece trap.
Update in a different game, Nepo is losing to Linear.
As our wild card players, Levon and Linear are still tossing patties.
And MPL is winning his game.
Against?
Prague, I believe.
Okay. The nightmare continues. King to d6.
Bishop d8.
Bishop c3.
But now that the pawn is on c5, I really am not sure what I'm supposed to be afraid of.
That's a very good point. If I was raising
I always felt
h6?
I always felt the king has to be on h5, and then you have to create. I still like at that point my bishop will be on d8, and I will continue asking exactly what are you trying to threaten me with.
The questions being
Don't
asked.
threaten me with a good time, yeah.
Yeah, I think they're just repeating here.
And there you go. Alireza's given up on this one. A draw has been agreed. Alireza's wondering, where did it go wrong? I'm going to jump to the game.